In this video, I'm going to discuss with you the first example in getting the trigonometric functions of an acute angle. Let's read the problem. Find the 6 trigonometric functions of the angle A in the right triangle shown below. So this is the right triangle. Obviously, this is the 90-degree angle there, represented by capital letter C. Now, the other angles are acute angles. One is represented by capital letter A, and the other is represented by capital letter B. Now, the three sides have these measures, with A, the opposite side of angle A, equivalent to 3, and B, the opposite side of angle B, is equal to 4, and C, which is actually the hypotenuse of the triangle, because this is the side opposite the 90-degree angle, measures 5 units. Okay, how do we get the 6 trigonometric functions? It would help if we use the mnemonics SOHCAHTOA. There. Okay, in this mnemonics, S represents sine, C represents cosine, while T represents tangent. Of course, as we have learned in the past, the definition of a sine of an angle is the ratio of the opposite side of that angle over the hypotenuse. That's why you have OH here, which stands for opposite over hypotenuse. While cosine is the ratio of the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, while tangent is the ratio of the opposite side over the adjacent side. Okay, so let's take first the sine, abbreviated by SIN, sine of angle A, because that is the one we are asked to look for the trigonometric functions. So sine of angle A, so we'll train our sights on this angle. Okay, the sine of this angle is equal to, based from SOHCAHTOA, the ratio of the opposite. So opposite there, side, that is the opposite side of angle A, over the hypotenuse, O over H, so over the hypotenuse. Okay, where is the opposite side of angle A? There, represented by small letter A, so that is equal to 3. There. And where is the hypotenuse of the triangle? That is the side opposite the 90-degree angle, and that is equal to 5. Therefore, we now say that the sine of angle A is equal to 3/5. So this is the first trigonometric function of angle A. Next, we take the cosine of angle A. Again, from SOHCAHTOA, cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is the side adjacent to angle A over H hypotenuse. Now this is very important. Always consider the angle we are trying to work on. So if this is angle A, that should be the side adjacent to angle A. There, A, angle A. Okay? If this is B, then this will be also be B. Okay, so what is the side adjacent to angle A? So this is angle A. There are actually two sides adjacent to angle A, and these are side B and side C. But side C is already the hypotenuse. So we will no longer use this as an adjacent side. Instead, we'll just use the other side. In this case, it is equal to 4. So the side adjacent to A measures 4 over the hypotenuse, which is 5. And therefore, the cosine of angle A is equal to 4/5. This is now the second function of, or the second trigonometric function of angle A. Next, we now take tangent. So, abbreviated by tan, angle A is equal to opposite side over adjacent. So we now write here opposite side of angle A over the side adjacent to angle A. So what is the opposite side of A? It's still equal to 3. And what is the side adjacent to A? That is equal to 4. And therefore, the tangent of angle A is equal to 3/4. This is now the third function of angle A. Now, how do we get the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth functions? Okay, we know that cosecant, abbreviated by CSC, the cosecant of angle A is actually the inverse of the sine of angle A. So in this case, we'll just have to invert this, and that will already be the cosecant of angle A. While secant, abbreviated by SEC, of angle A is the inverse of cosine. So we'll just have to invert the cosine of angle A. In this case, 4/5. We invert that, it becomes 5/4. And lastly, to get the sixth trigonometric function, which is cotangent, that is also the inverse of tangent. If the tangent of angle A is 3/4, then the cotangent, or its cotangent, will be the inverse, which is 4/3. So we now have the 6 trigonometric functions of angle A there. This is the fourth, this is the fifth, and this is the sixth. Okay, so I hope this video helped you understand the lesson of getting the trigonometric function of an acute angle better. Okay, we'll have more examples of this. Just check my other videos. Thank you for watching and have a good day. God bless.